First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And right away, he lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground with Strong. Oh, he shifts past him and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now Melton on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On the delay, Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs,
his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. And they are not going to catch it. He's in. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7. Jeff Fox to kick off the line.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but when he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
from 10 yards out.
And the Lions have moved out in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Gets it to Strong. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, here's Strong. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this one out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Touchdown, Packers! Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Rolling to his right.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Packers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun here with Strong. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
2nd and 20.
Back to throw.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
Touchdown!
Greg Dulcich.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. 30. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now Strong loses it on the hit.
And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Trying to connect with Bo Melton.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like he had a
play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the front.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And again, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. But it could have gone for more.
And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. An extra point forthcoming.
The kicker on 4-point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Lions 24.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Green Bay, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.